Sunt convinsă că invitații sunt nerăbdători să deguste, să testeze aceste arome. Și acum aș dori să ne îndreptăm atenția spre bucătarul șef, Byron Hogan, please.
Good evening again. Sorry, it was a little miscommunication, but that's okay. So basically, I've actually told you all the information that you guys need to know. Now I'm going to do just a slight demonstration on the two things that we're going to present to you this evening. Actually, one is actually already done, which is the chuck roll that we braise for 15 hours, and then it gets folded in with a little barbecue sauce that I actually do with a little. Actually, it's a whiskey smoked barbecue sauce. And then over here, we're actually going to do the strip loin, and then I'll show you how we'll plate it. And then as soon as that, we'll have the servers come out and start serving you guys, so you guys can eat and have a little chat and drink and have a little bit of fun. So here we have actually the cut. Okay. This is the strip loin, or what we call a New York strip in the States. So usually in the States, we actually it's true to some point that we actually do things quite big. So what does that mean? Well, our freeways are big, our trucks are big, and also when we serve a lot of food, especially meat, it's big. So in a restaurant, like if you go to, for example, a very famous restaurant in New York called Delmonico's, which is actually very famous for their steaks and U.S. beef, we actually would cut what we call is a 14-ounce steak, or it's about 390 grams. So it's just under a little half a kilo. But the thing is, it's when we use the U.S. beef, it's actually, especially with strip loin and ribeyes and things like that, it actually has a lot of flavor, and there's a lot of marbling in the meat. So I like to cook it medium rare, and I usually try and tell people that we actually kind of keep it at medium rare because of the meat and the quality. So that's what we're going to do here. We're just going to cook this medium rare, let it rest. It gets a little mashed potato puree, which we have here, and it goes with a little chimichurri sauce, and that's it. Okay? And then here we actually have the chuck roll, which actually I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of you guys, but it's braised and it's quite pulled and it's quite mixed together. So in cooking, usually there's a lot of waiting, especially when you're cooking steaks. It takes a little bit longer. And with this, I would actually give some advice. This would actually be something great. I don't know exactly the cut of type of the U.S. beef where you can get it here, but this would actually be something to do at home because it's actually quite easy. It's pretty much you sear the meat and then you put it in liquid and then you actually let it braise for however long. Usually, like I said, 15 hours. Some people let it go for almost a day. Depends on the texture and the flavors you want. So, with that said, Tibby, can you get Chef to actually start passing around the appetizer, please? Well, that's... and ideally, I usually like to do, especially a strip steak, I usually like to do it on a barbecue grill, or if you have like a wood grill, or in a cast iron pan to get the best results. And that's what I'm doing here. So we're going to let that cook for a while. Actually, now the food's going to start coming out here in about a couple minutes or so. Chuck roll, the braised chuck roll usually goes. And down south and myself, I definitely like to serve especially with this kind of hearty type barbecue, a little bit more than normal. Okay? Now we're just waiting for the strip steaks to take the finish, and then we'll basically show you that presentation, and then we'll be done. Okay, we almost there? We almost there. So actually, while we're waiting for this to finish, you guys want to talk. And this is just a demo. We're actually just finishing up here, and the food will start coming out. Because this is going to take probably about 5 more minutes or so.
În acest moment, deci mai așteptăm puțin până se pregătește carnea. După 15 minute vom avea demonstrația pe desert, pentru desert. Vor începe imediat să servească fripturile.
Okay, just make a sign. I am over there. Just make me a sign.
Okay, well, we're actually just letting this rest for 2 minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and cut it and show the demonstration of how we're going to plate that. Basically, I wanted to also talk about braising, which was actually with the crostinis. Braising is a type of method of cooking that we use that's basically a slow method that we use in cooking that involves liquid and a long period of time. And that's what we've done with a chuck roll. And so now I'm basically going to plate this, the steak up. And here we put the chimichurri sauce on top. And that is the plate that we actually have this evening. That's it.